situation in Queensland. The government, it is a 50-50 cost sharing arrangement.
Has been since March last year, yes.
So why wasn't that made clear from the outset?
But it was clear. It was clear to everyone. It's been clear since March that a 50-50 relationship for any PCR tests whereby there's a public health order or indeed it's a state-based clinic, where my sons went to at the convention centre. And of course, any pathology-based tests out of a doctor are paid for 100% by the Commonwealth. So this has been in place since March last year. The Premier of Queensland got lost. And then when the Premier got lost, they tried to cover up. It's a cover-up that kills you, Kieran. It's as long as it doesn't impact on tourists coming to Queensland and doesn't impact on small business, would have been a lot easier if the Premier of Queensland said, I made a mistake, I apologise, and just moved on.
So why didn't the federal government clear it up earlier? Because it looks like it's been running for days, this notion that it's going to cost people $150 a throw when it's not.
Well, we didn't think state governments would be so stupid, frankly. We've had an agreement in place since March last year that's very clear. It's a 50-50 basis for covering PCR tests. Over $6 billion has gone into it, and of course it's there in terms of a public health order. So it's quite clear, it's always been clear, and we've been running this way. So we sit back amused at times at what the Queensland Labor government does.
Have voters lost faith in the Prime Minister?
Goodness no. Not even remotely close. We started this segment, Kieran, talking about Australia coming through with some of the world-leading results in vaccination. World-leading. Our response, our unemployment results. Before Delta,
why is the trust rating so low?
We were the only country in the world, really, that had more of its citizens employed. This was pre-Delta, of course, at that time than pre-COVID. I mean, Australia has done substantially well.
Why is his trust rating so low then?
As you come towards an election, of course, Labor likes to play the man, not the ball. All of these things have an impact. But in terms of how the country's gone and how our results have been and the economic basis of what we're doing, I think the results speak for themselves.
And finally, you talk about playing the man, not the ball. It looks like the government's willing to do that now as well. The battle lines drawn for the election, aren't they? And we heard in the Parliament, national security, economy, Albanese weak. That's pretty much where you're going, isn't it?
Well, that's because Mr Albanese is a weak leader. So we're going to roll it out and come out truthfully in terms of what we believe. And yes, we've got an election coming up and things, of course, will be phrased in that. But we're going to come out and speak the truth on this, Kieran.
Stuart Robert, we'll talk to you soon. Appreciate it.
Cheers.